Peace, love, and light soul tribe. Welcome to my vibe. I'm the inner path shaman, an intuitive psychic channeler and a generational curse breaker with a message for light workers, for star seeds, for chosen ones, for anyone on their soul's evolutionary journey. Welcome to my channel. I'm here to help you to get some answers, some clarity, some illumination from the Most High Mother and Father God, your angels, your ancestors, and spirit guides of the highest love and light. Today's message is you beat them or you are beating them at their own game. You beat them or you are beating them at their own game. So before getting into the message, I would like to give a warm welcome to anyone listening that considers themselves to be a black cat, a black sheep, or a scapegoat. Basically, you're someone that has been ostracized, you've been bullied, you've been overstepped, you've been smear campaigned, you have been scammed, all because you carry a special light and special gifts within your soul. You might know that light as the light of God, or the light of Source, or the light of the universe, or the light of Christ, or the light of creation, or the light of life, or the light of truth, whichever resonates with you. I'm here for you. I'm here to help you to heal from that trauma, to close out the toxic karmic cycles, to break the generational curses and be able to continue on or embark on your soul's evolutionary journey, which is also the expansion of that inner light. So welcome. If you're listening for the first time, do hit that subscribe button, and for notifications, select all so that you're notified every time I post an update. I would also like to give a warm welcome to my newest subscribers, both in the spirit and in the physical realms. Welcome to the tribe. Welcome to the 5D vibe. I would also like to welcome back my OGs, my day ones, both in the spirit and in the physical realms. Welcome back to another update, and thank you for rocking with me this far. Most importantly, I would like to thank you all, my soul tribe, worldwide, universe-wide, for the positive vibes, the positive feedback, and the stories that you share with me through the comments, energetically, vibrationally, or through the spirit realm. I really appreciate hearing back from you because you validate my purpose, which is to bring messages of healing, messages of illumination, messages of guidance for my soul tribe, for the collective of light, for the world, from the higher realms. It's my honor to be that vessel, and I love you all. Last but not least, I would also like to express gratitude for the opposing forces that I encountered on this journey. The haters of light, the haters of life, the dark forces, because through the contrast of their darkness towards my inner light, they showed me just how powerful this light can be and that it must stay on at all times. I'm especially thankful that I can now share that light with my soul tribe, with the collective of light, with the world. I really appreciate that input on this journey. So let's get into the message, and before diving right in, I want to remind everyone that these messages are timeless. So it doesn't matter when you watch or when you hear the message. When you do that, that's when your soul is ready for it, or ready to see it, or ready to hear it. It doesn't matter when it was posted. Also, the messages are collective in nature, so only take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. If the message resonates with you today and you would like a deep dive into your personal circumstances through a personal reading, a session, coaching, or mentorship, please send me an email. The address is in the channel description. Also, don't forget to like, share, subscribe if the message resonates with you, to help others find this healing, illuminating, and guiding message. Uh, and if you would like to activate, unblock, or boost your heart chakra, especially for the multidimensional aspects contained in the message for yourself, add green hearts to the comments. By adding green hearts to the comments, you animate Most High Mother and Father God, or Source, or the universe, to optimize your heart chakra with the 528 Hertz frequency, which is the frequency of healing, the frequency of God, the frequency of DNA repair, the frequency of love. So feel free to add as many green hearts as you are divinely inspired to. And let's get into the message through tarot. And as always, these are spiritual messages. They're also self-awareness messages to point your self-awareness to what you need to know at specific points on your journey to ensure that you stay on your spiritual path to becoming who you really are, who you incarnated to be, and on your soul's purpose, on your soul's blueprint. And that is also, in a nutshell, you are an infinite spiritual being having a human experience. So self-awareness helps you to stay on the right path, to stay in the right direction, and not in any simulated or created construct or narrative or generational curse, hex spell, or frequency fence for you. So self-awareness helps you to stay out of such soul traps and to instead stay on your path and in your true identity, which is discontinuous from the past matrix or deep state created. I'm also hearing Cabal created identity for you, which totally scrubbed out or excluded spirituality from your from your experience. So in the spirit realm, that's where everything originates. Even you yourself, before you show up in physical form, you are actually in energy form in the spirit realm before you embody. So that also means in between incarnations, you are in energy form before you come back in the form of a physical incarnation. But the deep state have been toxic in their rule over planet Earth, especially climaxing in the Piscean age, and of course disengaging souls from their spiritual identity, because the realm of infinity puts you in contact or in access to what is infinitely possible to you. That means that having limitless potential, that means having limitless possibilities, being in that kind of a situation, especially when it comes to dealing with challenging situations, challenging generational curses, hexes, spells. When you are in the consciousness of your being an infinite spiritual being, it means that you are able to to have infinite possibilities, as opposed to being maybe straight jacketed or rabbit holed into just one way of being, or one narrative, or one experience, which is what the matrix has done. So self-awareness also puts you into that awareness of yourself as an infinite spiritual being, and of course tapping into that, because your human experience is just a fraction of who you really are as an infinite spiritual being. So let's tap in through tarot and see what else Most High Mother and Father God would like you to focus on at this time. So 10 of Wands is coming through. Wands is your fire. Wands is your passion. Wands is your creativity. Wands is also your sensuality. So in this 10 of Wands energy, 10 is also the number of ultimate completion and achievement. I'm updating a generational curse breaker because the title of today's message is You Beat Them, which means it's in the past tense for someone, or I'd be updating someone that currently is beating the dark forces that have led on your path in this 10 of Wands energy, because Wands is fire energy, and when you have that many wands or that many torches, it can be metaphoric for lights or torches or magic wands even on your path. it means that you have a lot of light in you. You're also achieving a lot through your creativity, through your wands, especially towards ending generational curses, hexes, and spells, and healing, because fire is also healing. So I'm also updating someone that is very illuminated, very much on fire at this time. In this 10 of wands energy, it also means that you are a high achiever. That's why you're beating them, or that's why you beat them at their own game, especially if you're talking about opposing forces that lurked to to derail you, or to railroad you. You found a way to to keep moving forward on your journey and not be stand still, and not be roadblocked. And you're also very connected with the spirit realm, as depicted here. She's moving on in solitude, and of course with this ancestor spirit guide, it could resonate with the bison spirit. This could also be a bison energy activation for someone through the message today, or bison DNA. So if we born the 10th of a month, if we born in October, if we born October the 10th, if that's you, this message definitely is for you. The Hanged Man is also coming out, because you are someone that is now very illuminated, very enlightened on your journey. The Hanged Man is about inverting things, transposing things, and really examining or looking at things differently than you used to before, to see things in many different ways, so that you have a much more informed perspective. That's who I'm updating. So because you are using that, it's a gift, it's a superpower. And of course, any dark forces that have tricked you in the past, that have had their way with you in the past, you're now beating them, or you beat them at their own game in this hanged man energy. So it means that you're choosing to be in the light and not be in the darkness, because darkness is illusion, darkness is deceit, darkness is sabotage on your journey, on your path. So as the hanged man, you are now in your light, in your wands. You're full of light, and you're full of illumination and deep insight. And of course, this is helping you to navigate on your spiritual journey. So I could be updating someone that's working with Yeshua. You could be born the 12th of a month. You could be born 1912 or 1921. You could be 21 years old. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. So the Emperor energy is coming through. I'm definitely updating someone that is beating them at their own game. The dark forces that have lurked on your path. By dark forces, I mean demonic principalities, demonic strongholds, covert narcissists, psychic vampires, energy vampires, trolls, bullies, cyber bullies, NPCs, greys, draconians, reptilians, 4D archons. I'd be updating someone that is just closed out on demonic possession. I'd be updating someone that has watched a past message in the channel library titled You're the Demon Slayer, or this could be a call for you to watch it. If you haven't already, take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. So I could also be updating someone that's working with the Egyptian, any of the Egyptian pharaoh ancestors. I'd be updating someone that's working with King Tut. I'd be updating someone that's working with Osiris. I'd be updating someone that's working with Ramses. I'd be updating someone that's working with Ra. I'd be updating someone that's working with Horus. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. It comes with the number 4. 4 is the number of stability and also form, things taking form on your path. And it's because you are beating them at their own game. That means you're moving so much further than the generational curses, hexes, and spells that have been on your path. It means that every day is a victory for you, and those things that used to lurk on your path, you're now more enlightened, you're in that 10 of Wands energy, you're in that hangman position, and you're staying in your personal power and authority as the emperor. The emperor energy is the energy of respect. You're now being respected even by the dark energies that may still be lurking on your path, because they got no power over you. Emperor energy is about power. It's also about leadership. You're like a leader, a number one, a champion. That's who you are. So you'll be born the 4th of a month, you'll be born in April, you'll be born April the 4th. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. So 10 of Cups energy is coming through. This is the energy of love. It's the energy of harmony. It's the energy of balance. And it's the energy of inner peace. This is what you're manifesting. It's also the energy of family love or family union. And I could be updating a generational curse breaker that is now broken out of family related generational curses, X's spells. I'd be updating a generational curse breaker whose family was ruptured by whoever comes to mind as you hear the message today. Your family may have been ripped apart through generational curses, X's, and spells, and because you've been on a healing journey in that 10 of Wands energy, you are healing with your family, with your ancestors, and you're beating anything that has worked against you in the past, in that old identity as a physical being without spiritual connection, because now you're connected with the spirit realm, you're connected with the ancestors and the spirit guides, you're connected with divine forces, and of course this is also the fulfillment, because there's rainbow energy here and the 10 of Cups energy, and it's rainbow energy is a synchronicity of wish fulfillment. It's the manifestation of God's promises over your life. This is what you're manifesting in this 10 of Cups energy as you are beating them, or as you beat them at their own game. So this is a repeat of the number 10 energy. You could recently have seen the angel number 1010. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. I'm going to ring the bell for it in a moment to scatter any dark energies that may be lurking, because the bell ringing is a sound frequency that scatters their energies. 1010 is an angel number that symbolizes being in your personal power and authority, and of course that also double emphasizes that emperor energy. You're beating them at their own game by staying in your personal power and authority. So death and rebirth is coming through. I'm definitely updating someone that is going through a death and rebirth cycle, or a process. I'd be updating someone that's going through an intense dark night of the soul, or kundalini awakening, or spiritual awakening. I'm definitely updating someone that's going through a very radical change, a very radical shift. I'm hearing paradigm shift. Things are really changing on your path and on your journey, especially because you are now in your personal power and authority about who you really are, who you incarnated to be, and what your soul's purpose is, which is an infinite spiritual being having a human experience. So you're not accepting any other reality, and of course you're dying, or you have died to that old identity, which is now a thing of the past for you. You are in this rebirth energy. You'll be born the 13th of a month, you'll be born 1913 or 1931, you'll be 31 years old. You'll be born the 31st of a month, you'll be born January the 3rd or March the 1st. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. So 4 of Pentacles is coming through, and it's the repeat of the number 4 energy, an amplifying of the energy of form, of stability, of structure. Pentacles is your physical reality. Pentacles is the manifestation or fruition of your spiritual seeds, the harvest of your spiritual efforts. This could be money. This could also be income streams. This could also be comfort, physical comfort or material comfort, or comfort items. This could also be the resolution or ending or closure, because death and rebirth energy is also the energy of endings. Like be updating someone that's working with the Green Reaper. I could also be updating someone that's working with Santa Muerte. I could also be updating someone that's working with Kali. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. So Four of Pentacles energy is the energy of staying firm in your beliefs about yourself. It's also the energy of staying frugal. So this could also be an activation for someone to be frugal on your path, to clutch onto your pearls, so to speak, to not move too quickly, especially when it comes to dealing with any dark energies. I could be updating someone that's dealing with ghosts, with roaming spirits, or even with embodiments. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. So in this depiction here, she's protecting her purse, and she's in the higher realms, and of course looking down on the lower realms. So I'll be updating a generational curse breaker that is also doing past life regressions into the lower realms, because if you're a 5D soul, doing a past life regression means going back into down below into the third dimension, to either to close the cycle or to end the cycle in the death and rebirth energy. And that could also be a sign that you have entered the 3D world, or you are in the 3D world and on a past life regression for someone. Just a clarification of that death and rebirth energy. But while you are there, while you're closing out cycles, staying frugal can also mean staying conservative and only connected with what you're creating in the spirit realm, only staying connected with your spiritual identity, and not engaging with anything that you may encounter in that death and rebirth cycle. I could also be updating someone that already is doing this. You're staying frugal, you're staying conservative in your opinion, in your mindset, in your judgment, in your in your approach, as you continue as that informed being of light in that hangman energy, and you're beating them at their own game. Or this could be an activation for you to do so. So that is a repeat of the number 44. You'd be 44 years old. You'd be born 1944. You'd be born 1944. You could be you'd be 44 years old. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. So I'm definitely updating someone that is, died to all the identities that included abuse of your soul, especially suppressing you in disempowering positions, because that's why the Emperor energy is showing up. It's like the opposite of, it's the opposite of Emperor energies, the opposite of what you have been, and now you are awake to who you really are, which is an emperor on a royal throne. I'd be updating someone that has watched a past message in the channel library titled Royalty is Awakened, or this could be a call for you to watch it if you haven't already. So Five of Pentacles is coming through. I'm definitely updating someone that is changing their reality through your spiritual awakening, through that death and rebirth, through your self-awareness as that emperor. I could be updating someone that's working with Most High Father God on this journey. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. So Five of Pentacles is the energy of change. The number 5 is the energy of change. And since today's message is talking about beating them in their own game, I'll be updating a generational curse breaker that has broken generational curses related to your pentacles, related to your finances, created by whoever spirit is talking about as you hear the message today. So now they are in this position of feeling left out, feeling left behind, feeling shut out by you on this journey. They may be grieving over it, because that's also the energy of a Five of Pentacles. So you've changed the dynamic, you're beating them, or you beat them at their own game. And you could be a life path number 5, you be born the 5th of a month, you be born in May, you be born May the 5th. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. Cinco de Mayo could also be significant to someone. So 7 of Wands is coming through, and again, Wands is your fire, it's your passion, it's your creativity. So you're staying creative, and when you're in your creative element, that's when you're most securely and powerfully connected with the higher realms, connected with the divine forces that you connect with, that you work with on your journey. And I'm definitely updating someone that's also multi-gifted, multi-talented. It means that when you engage in that creative energy, in that one's energy, you have more than one wand, or one magic wand, or one way of staying creatively occupied. And what this does is it actually destroys any chances of any dark forces or dark energies being dominant on your path. And be updating someone that has dealt with ghosts, with roaming spirits, with snooping spirits, with monitoring spirits, with demonic possession. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. So stay creative in that 7 of Wands energy. You're beating them, or you beat them at their own game. It could be a life path number 7. 7 is also the number of God. So you're staying spiritually creative, I'm also hearing. And be born the 7th of the month, be born July the 7th. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. So so 8 of Swords is coming through, and this is the energy that you're beating them at their own game. They have tried to oppress you, they have tried to restrict you, they have tried to bind you. But I'm updating someone that is in the energy of reinvention, because 8 is the number of rebirth. 8 is the number of reinvention. So you're reinventing yourself, you're taking action towards your throne, your dreams, your transformation in that death and rebirth energy as an empress. So you're not just sitting on that throne, you're continuing to evolve, because death and rebirth energy is also the energy of evolution. So you're continuing to evolve, and you're continuing to rebirth yourself in the soul's realm, in the spirit realm, and you're beating them at their own game. So I'm updating someone that's definitely connected with the ancestor spirit guides. Now you're now collaborating with your ancestor team, your spirit team, and of course they're also helping you to untie those cords that may have bound you. I'd be updating someone that has broken out of binding spells meant to keep you bound, meant to keep you stuck on your journey. But now you've leveled up in that 10 of Wands energy. You've literally burned them away with that spiritual fire, and you're now on that throne. You are now that transformed person, is that hanged man, and is that emperor. So let's go into oracle messages and see what else Most High Mother and Father God would like you to focus on at this time. If the message is resonating with you today, and you would like a deep dive into your personal circumstances through a personal reading, a session, coaching, or mentorship, please send me an email. The address is in the channel description. Also, don't forget to like, share, subscribe if the message resonates with you today, to help others find it. And if you would like to activate, unblock, or boost your heart chakra, especially for the multidimensional aspects contained in the message for yourself, add green hearts to the comments. So clarity is coming through. I'm definitely updating someone that has a whole lot more clarity, especially as that hanged man on your spiritual journey, and anything hidden is being revealed to you on your path, the light being shed on any confusing situation, things done in the dark being brought to light. So you have a whole lot more clarity. You're beating them at their own game. You're beating them at their own game. So mind shatter is coming through. So whoever is talking about in the message today, they wanted to shatter your mind, to destroy your mind, but instead you're beating them at their own game. So mind shatter is the splitting of the mind through traumatic events, split personality disorder, creating alters and triggers to activate the alternate personas. So I'd be updating a generational curse breaker that has dealt with the literally mind shatter attacks or crown chakra attacks also. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. So let's continue on with more oracle messages and see what else Most High Mother and Father God would like you to focus on at this time. So reversal is coming through. So a return to sender, returning negative energies, curses, spells, or energy, work back to its place of origin, taking your power back. Congratulations, you are taking your power back through this reversal energy. You're manifesting reversals and you're beating them at their own game. You're beating them at their own game. I'm definitely updating a generational curse breaker that is now on the throne at reversing generational curses, hexes, and spells. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. Clones is also coming through, so I'd be updating someone that has dealt with clones. I'd be updating someone that is now beat clones, especially low vibrational clones on your path. These could be weaponized clones, these could be copies of the original, an imitation of what is real, something or someone imitating what they are not, lacking genuine substance. So you are beating them at their own game because you've now elevated and you're now reversing anything that any clones may have created for you on your path. So hacking is also coming through. So whoever spirit is talking about in the message today, they had been hacking or they were trying to hack into you to breach your defenses and exploit your weaknesses. So prying into your life by means of technology and or spiritual methods. So I'll be updating someone that has been dealing with dark witches and warlocks, someone that has been dealing with dark wizards. I'm also hearing someone that has been dealing with MK Ultra subconscious mind programs, MK Ultra subconscious frequency fences, MK Ultra subconscious mind manipulation. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. So you're beating that hacking, you're beating them at their own game. You've hacked you know how they've created generational curses for you, how generational curses created by them have worked in you, in your family, your ancestry, your lineage. You are now seeing clearly with more clarity, and you're also catching them hacking into you or hacking into your reality, and you're closing out on it in the spirit realm before it becomes a thing in the physical realm. So that's how you are powering through those death and rebirth cycles, because when they do attack you with death energy, it actually is real death energy, but you instead, as a being of light, you always use death energy, death attacks, graveyard attacks to transform yourself, to radically change yourself, to awaken to especially the patterns or the energies that may be causing the manifestation of that death energy, and of course dying to it, and healing yourself, improving yourself, becoming better for it the next time around, so that the next time around you're beating it, or you're beating them at their own game. You're not caving in, you're not losing your soul, you are instead staying on your throne. So I'll be updating someone that has been dealing with illusions meant to disempower you, meant to distort your reality, and of course to siphon or harvest your energy while you're stuck in an illusion. I'll be updating a generational curse breaker that is now good at spotting illusions. You're now seeing how illusions have worked on your path, and you're now destroying those illusions. You're now reversing those illusions. Illusions are mind manipulation to make an unsuspecting target see things that are not really there, warping a person's sense of reality. So I'll be updating a generational curse breaker that now owns your reality. I'll be updating someone that has watched a last past message in the channel library titled Own Your Reality. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. You're definitely destroying those illusions, and not allowing them to break you out of your true reality, and you're beating them at their own game, especially if it was created by clones. So psychic vampire is also coming through. So for someone else, this could have been psychic vampires, or both clones and psychic vampires. Psychic vampires seek high vibing victims, and they move in for the kill and drain them dry of their energy. They do not have any sympathy for who they drain. So I'll be updating someone that is also now beating psychic vampires at their own game. You're no longer allowing them to drain your energy. You're instead staying on your throne, and of course beating them at their own game, because if they can't get you off your throne, if they can't dethrone you, then they really don't have any power, any say on your timeline, on your path, on your journey, and of course when it comes to your energy. So the matrix is coming through, and that's who is being talked about in part in the message today. You may also know it as the deep state. You may also know the agents that are part of the deep state. Clones have already been named, psychic vampire has already been named. You could also know them as demonic principalities, demonic strongholds, empty vessels, soulless beings, NPCs, bullies, trolls, cyber bullies, 4D archons, 3D, 4D archons, and draconians, or reptilians, or greys. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. The list actually goes longer than what I typically mention. So the matrix is everyday programming created through the media, jobs, and society, the parameters and guidelines set for you to operate within, and limitations. So that Eight of Swords energy for someone, this is someone that is breaking out of that matrix. In that Eight of Swords energy, you're breaking out of the matrix, or you've broken out of the matrix, especially anything created for you by clones, or with clones and psychic vampires involved. Congratulations, you're beating them at their own game. So fire energy is coming through, and we are in the age of Aquarius, which is known as the age of air and fire. I could also be updating a fire sign, and Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This could also be an activation for you to connect with the fire element. Take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. I could also be updating someone that is breaking out of generational curses, hexes, and spells that have tapped into your inner fire, your inner passion, your inner sensuality, your inner creativity, your inner magic. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. So it's the power of life, death, and rebirth the energies of passion, creativity, will, strength, perseverance, power, and fertility has transformative abilities. So, as a being of light, this is what your fire carries. Your fire is a lot of things, and of course, because you have activated that inner fire, or you have taken back your inner fire, or you're expanding in your inner fire, you're beating them at their own game. You're beating them at their own game. So let's step into the Just Desserts Oracle and see what else Most High Mother and Father God would like you to know or to focus on. Let's see what Just Desserts, whoever Spirit is talking about in the message today, is manifesting, because you're beating them at their own game. You're no longer responding. I'll be updating someone that has watched a past message in the channel library titled "You Hit Them Hard with Rebound Shock by Not Responding." That's who this message definitely is for you. So you're beating them at their own game. They're manifesting karma. This is a karma oracle. And if the message resonates with you today and you would like a deep dive into your personal circumstances through a reading, a session, coaching, or mentorship, please send me an email. The address is in the channel description. Also, don't forget to like, share, subscribe if the message resonates with you, to help others find it. And if you would like to unblock, boost, or activate your heart chakra, especially for the multi-dimensional aspects contained in the message for yourself, add green hearts to the comments. So manifesting is coming through. So this is or these are entities that created manifesting blocks and created blocks, and generally wanting to keep you stuck, as that aerosol's energy reported earlier. And now you're reinventing yourself, and of course you have returned, because you're reversing that karma on your path. You have returned those manifesting blocks to their source of origin. They are now manifesting they're now manifesting creative blocks themselves. They're now having issues with manifesting, especially if they were tapping into you. They were manifesting by tapping into you. Unexpected debt is also coming through. They're having surprise financial burdens. They're juggling finances. They're also stressed out about their finances. I'll be updating a generational curse breaker that is now unlocking your infinite abundance, that is now unlocking your divine wealth on this journey, and you're beating them in their own game, whoever comes to mind or whoever Spirit is talking about in the message today. So the cheater is coming through. So whoever Spirit is talking about has cheated you or scammed you in some way on your path. They've caused you a heartbreak by having a superficial connection with you, an arm's length type of connection. I'll be updating someone that has just closed out on a Don Juan, on a dishonest or toxic ex-lover or ex-lovers. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. So yeah, you trusted them, and instead they used you, they abused you, they backstabbed you, they played games on you, and now you're beating them at their own game. They're manifesting this energy back. That means that even in energy form, as energies dissipate and devolve from the planet in the extinction event that is taking place, they also get to experience the pain of being cheated on, the pain or the suffering of betrayal, the suffering of being used even in energy form, because things have to balance out as Mother Earth balances as a 5D planet, because Mother Earth has already completed the transition from 3D Earth to 5D Earth. 3D Earth doesn't exist anymore. And if you are a 5D soul and anyone in lower vibrations has created issues for you on your path, you're definitely beating them at their own game by being in your 5D energies, frequencies, vibrations, and be updating a new 5D soul. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. So bad luck, they're also manifesting bad luck because 3D is actually the underworld now. It's the underworld now. So they're out of balance, and because they've been going against nature, they're out of balance. They're having tough times. They are giving up, and they're disconnected and out of tune. Especially now that you are beating them at their own game. You're beating them at their own game. And these are also entities that try to conjure up or created bad luck for you on your journey. So they're also manifesting disappointment. They try to create disappointment for you, and they are being seen. They're being seen in negative light now, especially because you yourself are the hanged man. Your light is shining bright. Your 10 of Wands are shining brightly, and of course, exposing them. They're being seen in a negative light, and they're also manifesting letdowns. They're also manifesting being gossiped about and talked about as they receive back what you're reversing, from you. They also created career blocks for you. They created stagnancy in your career for you. They created situations where you would have toxic bosses, where you would be micromanaged, and now they're manifesting that back because you have reversed that energy. You have completed the cycles, you have done the work, you have healed yourself, and that's how you're beating them at their own game. I could also be updating someone that has dealt with toxic co-workers. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. And reversals is repeating again through this oracle. So very powerful energy. You have very powerful reversal energy, and of course on their end nothing works for them. They're feeling like the world is against them, and everything is just upside down for them. Everything is going all wrong for them as you are beating them at their own game of reversals, because they were using reversals to reverse your reality, to alter your reality in a negative way. And of course, you've reversed it as you have the right to be who you really are, who you incarnated to be, and not who they created to be. So once you awaken to that, they cannot continue that reversal game. So I'm updating a generational curse breaker that has also put a stop to that toxic use of reversal energy by dark forces on your path, by stopping them from manifesting fake realities for you through reversing things that you have stopped back at you. Because sometimes it can be a back and forth as you stop a pattern, and then the dark entity that created it, or as you break a curse, the entity that created it reverses it back to you. It's a tactic used by dark forces, by psychic vampires. Psychic vampires are cited in the message today. So so I'm updating someone that is now in your A game. You're in your emperor energy, you're in your personal power and authority, and you are the one that has the power and control of that reversal energy. You're beating them at their own game. They're also manifesting job loss, termination, write-ups, and job loss in general, especially because they created that for you on your path. I'll be updating a generational curse breaker that is broken. Generational curses related to employment, related to jobs, related to careers that you may have held in the past. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. I'll be updating someone that has watched a past message in the channel library titled Toxic Boss in Purgatory. If that's you, this message definitely is for you. I could also be updating someone that has watched a past message in the channel library titled "They're Languishing in Spiritual Jail." If that's you, this message definitely is for you. You're beating them at their own game. So they were also trying to block a divine feminine, divine masculine connection on your path, your divine destiny to be in a divine feminine, divine masculine connection. And now they are now, in low vibrational relationships because they were touching on a soul connection, on a divine connection. And of course, if you're on the journey of spiritual awakening, you're on the journey of awakening to your divinity, to your spiritual identity, and of course, those divine feminine, divine masculine connections do get activated as you go on that quest of self-discovery, on that journey of self-discovery. So as you are manifesting those divine connections, you're beating them at their own game, those who try to block those connections, because you incarnated to be in a divine connection, divine feminine, divine masculine connection, because you incarnated to bring back love, spirituality, and harmony back onto the planet on this 5D earth, because that's what the age of Aquarius also is known for. It's the return of love, spirituality, and harmony back on the planet, and you incarnated to do it in a divine feminine, divine masculine connection. So I'm going to close this part of the message. I hope it has brought someone some healing, some clarity, some illumination. If you would like a deep dive into your personal circumstances through a personal reading, a session, coaching, or mentorship, please send me an email. The address is in the channel description. Also, don't forget to like, share, subscribe if the message resonates with you to help others find it. And if you would like to unblock, boost, or activate your heart chakra, especially for the multidimensional aspects contained in the message for yourself, add green hearts to the comments. So I'm going to wrap it up now with angel answers. For anyone that has a question for your angel or angels and you would like them to reply through this oracle, now is the time. Please think of your question as I shuffle the cards. Angels, what is the angel answer for my soul tribe? What is the angel answer for my soul tribe? So meditation brings answers. So if your question resonates with this answer, with this angel answer, then that is your angel answer. And in keeping with today's message, I'm updating someone that is very meditative, someone that also gets illuminated, gets into that hangman position through meditation, and you're beating them at their own game. Or this could also be a call for you to use meditation as a super weapon, as a superpower. Take it if it resonates and leave the rest. So that's all I have for you today, Soul Tribe. I would like to take this opportunity to close this message and to wish everyone a beautiful day, living your best life. Until next time, one earth, one love, peace.